Congratulations to the class of 2017. Now I urge you to all go out there and fail. Now I bet you're thinking, failure doesn't seem like a celebratory topic. And I also know that some of you are thinking, that was the old lady in my class with gray hair. And a kid. Well, both are true. But in all seriousness, I stand here today because of my many failures. It was not until my time at American University, as a staff member and as a graduate student, that I was actually able to welcome and celebrate failure. One of my most influential professors, Dr. Andrew Rahaman, introduced me to the idea that leaders aren't born, they're made. He helped me embrace the idea that I'm a work in progress. And I want to share with you some experiences where failure played a role in making me the person I am today. Failure number one. Stephanie, this just doesn't seem to be working out, my boss rumbled. The traits and skills needed to be successful in my first job after undergrad, I apparently did not have after all, so I fled. Lesson learned. This felt like a huge fail. In reality, it opened the door to another opportunity on a one-way airplane ticket with one piece of luggage and my oversized, old-fashioned public relations portfolio. No, there was no such thing as Google Drive or the cloud. Off I went to live and work in DC. Failure number two. I spent years looking for happiness in my career. I jumped from job to job. I kept running up against the same workplace politics, critical feedback, and navigational challenges with each and every job. Well, it turns out the jobs weren't the problem. The problem was my outlook. I was looking for happiness in all the wrong places and taking professional criticism personally and allowing this to define my overall happiness. Lesson learned. For the first time, I realized failure is just a part of life. I was trained to celebrate the successes and the wins, like most of us, not the failures. To be criticized and told you have areas you need to improve upon is not the end, but it's rather just the beginning. Recently, I was faced with some pretty heavy constructive feedback from a colleague, and I found myself surprisingly excited about it. I confidently leaned in, which was so much easier than resisting. Failure number three. As a wife and a new mom, mid-degree, facing a daily 2-hour commute, I almost decided not to complete my graduate studies. Fear of failure almost got in the way this time around. How would I balance it all? What were my husband and I thinking bringing a child into this crazy, turbulent world? And now I'm gonna sit in class for a few hours a week? Less time with my son had to have meant I would be less of a mom, right? Turns out I was wrong. Going to class, thanks to the incredible support of my husband, Avram Polinsky, and the rest of my family, working and commuting is a legacy I leave for my son Harrison. It warms my heart when I hear, Mommy's at class tonight, Mommy went on a plane for a meeting, Mommy works at a school. Lesson learned, I'm stronger than I thought. We're all stronger than we think. There is power in failure. Sarah Blakely, a self-made woman billionaire and the creator of Spanx, I just might be a customer, said the best advice she ever received from her father was this: "What did you fail at this week, Sarah?" She answered, and her father proceeded to give her a high five. Sarah was socialized and trained and brought up to know that failures could also be celebrations. and that you didn't have to fear them. The greatest leaders, like Winston Churchill, Oprah Winfrey, Thomas Edison, and JFK, have made profound statements on the power of their failures. To fail is to learn is to grow is to fail forward. This is leadership. Taking big risks means you will certainly encounter failures. So I wish you all the success and happiness that life has to offer, class of 2017, but I also hope you fail just a little bit along the way. Congratulations.